Heading into week 18, where do you think the Jets land in total offense?
24th.
That's a pretty good guess, actually. They're 21st. Last week,
Hey.
I'm pretty sure the Falcons were the 24th ranked offense. So the Bills are going up against a slightly better offense, I guess. Currently, the Bills have the fifth total offense, and when you break it down to pass and rushing, the Jets actually have the 17th ranked passing offense. The Bills have the 10th. I don't think that's comes to any shock. I really thought the Jets passing offense probably was a little worse than that, but 17th is a pretty good spot for them. And then when it comes to the rushing offense, this is gonna, and this is because of the game that Devin Singletary and Josh Allen just had against the Falcons, but the Bills come in sixth in rushing offense currently right now, which is kind of strange because the Bills, at least as of recently, aren't under Brian Dable, aren't known for running the ball that effectively. And this whole season's been like, it's Devin Singletary's fault, it's Zach Moss's fault. We need Matt Breida. Well, that didn't work out. No, it's the offensive line and that jumble, and we can't even get our preferred five out there. No, it's the scheme. But when the dust settles here in Week 18, they're the sixth rushing offense somehow. And then with the Jets, they're 25th. So a lot to unpack there with the offensive side in terms of stats. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, there's a few things that kind of jump out to me, and I think kind of the elephant in the room one. I'll go at first. The Bills having the sixth rushing offense is kind of mind-boggling to me. Kind of curious to look at those numbers a little bit more and see, like, what does that number look like if you take Josh Allen out of the equation? Because obviously he becomes our most dangerous rushing option so often. But I mean, it's one of those things where you can't really just take him out of the equation there, because that's part of what makes him who he is. So that kind of pops out to me that I think that's a pretty significant jump up from last week too, if I'm not mistaken, like 5-6 spots. So yeah, we did just have a really good game on the ground, kind of at the expense of the passing game. The other thing you mentioned there, the rushing attack for the Jets, that it doesn't really surprise me. I think with Michael Carter, he's kind of been coming on for the team. But kind of a similar situation to the Bills. They have some rookie offensive line players. They have Mekhi Becton out for the season. So kind of like a shaky offensive line there. What I will say is I'm a little bit surprised with the passing numbers. I just wasn't a big fan of Zach Wilson coming into the draft, and I know that he missed a chunk of games in there, and you had Mike White for a week leading the NFL in passing, and what that does to the numbers and whatnot. But they've also had stretches where Corey Davis, that they signed to be their big name wide receiver, has missed a lot of time this year. Mm-hmm. And then some younger talent in Mims and Elijah Moore. That wide receivers don't necessarily always produce early on, particularly with a rookie quarterback. So passing game is, I guess I would say, it's a little bit further along than I would have anticipated at this stage in the game.
Right. Let's transition over to the defensive side of the football. But I will say this about Zach Wilson. He's a rookie. And yes, that's super obvious, but us as Bills fans, we got to take a step back and think about Josh Allen as a rookie. It's hard for me to critique a rookie and go like, oh, he's a huge bust, because we had Josh Allen as a rookie, and I know this game specifically stands out to me, but do you remember that Packers game performance? Terrible. And even Josh Allen's most recent game against the Falcons, the 3 interceptions, not his best work, and I thought that stuff was kind of behind us, but, it can happen to anyone. So I guess what I'm saying is that hope if you're a Jets fan, and I'm trying to be as neutral as possible here. There's a lot of upside there, so he's got to put in the time, and if he can develop the right way, who knows? This could be someone the Bills have to worry about for the foreseeable future.